too much. And that's just how a lot of things are going. But we're going to be going into our next match now. It's now 1v1 instead of 2v2. Burnt Pan versus MagmaBob.
This is exciting. This is very, very exciting. MagmaBob, one of my favorite players in this game. A little biased. He used to be my teammate back when I got
biased too for Burnt Pan. I'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay,
let's go.
So it's my guy versus your guy now.
Okay.
Me and MagmaBob, we used to be a 2v2 team way back in the day. We won the Tier Monster 2v2 tournament together. We created some fancy combos, and we even pulled it off in the 2v2 Tier Monster. So we've had a lot of good times together. We were in the same clan and stuff. You know, that's history now. Developer.
From player to developer.
He is a world-class competitor. Literally a world-class competitor now.
This is exactly where we are. And we're in that point in pools where they're fighting for the top 32 spot. And then we've got Burnt Pan. So Burnt Pan's interesting in the sense that he's kind of an up-and-coming player, not up-and-coming, but he became an up-and-coming player, right? I hosted a lot of tournaments myself through an organization called Gravy Cancel, which you yourself have worked
very familiar with, yes.
It's taking a little bit of a hiatus as I'm working with schoolwork, but while I was hosting those programs, Burnt Pan kind of came in and started making upsets on players that I just never thought that he should be able to beat, and primarily with the axe. He is probably one of the most advanced axe users, I think, in all of North America. He's been able to, I think he's advanced that playstyle and become so consistent in that playstyle that it's a little bit more remarkable than anybody else I've ever seen. Playing Jala, I think he was the first dedicated Jala main that I ever saw that was like, wow, that is crazy. Being able to take, he's just taking sets off Twilight in tournaments, not necessarily for money, but regardless, he was still being able to do good. Places top 3, sometimes even first in tournaments that LDZ's not in. And the thing that I'm really excited to see is that this is the first real Axe Legend that's been released since Jala that's got more than 3 defense. And it also has guitars, which are arguably very good right now with the chase dodge changes. So, although I haven't seen Burnt Pan doing very well in tournaments online as of late, I want to see how he's going to be able to do in this.
I haven't seen him play a tournament with Ragnar yet. Actually, this is new. Now MagmaBob's playing Bodvar, who we're very familiar with. This is MagmaBob's character, even the same skin and color since as long as I can remember.
Right. I mean, MagmaBob. I mean, there was that joke about how NA is just full of Bodvars, right? But I mean, he has stuck to it. I mean, Egg Soup has changed,
the Bodvar.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
is the Bodvar that everybody was trying to be.
Because the 2 weapons he knows best are sword and hammer. Why change? Why do anything different?
He's always performed extremely well, and we can see it here. He's already got an amazing lead against Burnt Pan. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a quick kill off the side right now. Burnt Pan's bringing it back a little bit. He's got him off the side. This could be the gift that he needs. Oh, MagmaBob floats right above him. Wow, weapon toss to unarmed side air.
Unarmed side airs are so good in this tournament today. They've been using so well as just follow-up options and kill options. MagmaBob was charged up an N-Sig, and Burnt Pan punished immediately. Recovery, he sends him flying, and now he's got the axe, the weapon that I am most terrified to see him hold on to his opponents. Downer comes in, though. MagmaBob barely doesn't kill him off the top. If he was Jala, that was it. And an air comes in. Burnt Pan picking up the guitars. No recovery comes off. Stop side air. MagmaBob takes that first stop.
Got it. Stomp side air.
Burnt Pan, however, he was looking better on guitars than he was at Axe at that first point. Being able to find those nice snares and snares.
He had some great little strings there that you know, he punished one mistake of MagmaBob's with like 4 hits, and that really adds up. But MagmaBob's in deep red, and that's all it's going to take. It may as well be a perfectly even game at this point. MagmaBob and Burnt Pan.
One of the most lovely things about the Axe is that you don't really need a signature to kill. You could use that Sarah at very percent to be able to get those KOs, and that's what made so many players flock to the weapon when it first was released. And Burnt Pan still loves being able to use that, and he's just so precise with those aerials. Not only on guitars, I guess I'm kind of seeing a strategy of being able to rack up damage with the guitars, go for the finisher with the axe. That's what I'm noticing here from Burnt Pan right now. But MagmaBob doesn't care. Gravity cancel, delay on the Sarah, putting the damage on the Burnt Pan. And a nice Nair clash.
Yeah, he used the momentum dodge and canceled out of it with that Nair. It was just enough to get the hit. Burnt Pan now in the red. Will MagmaBob be able to secure a kill here before he gets too damaged himself? Wow, he canceled that. He canceled him right out of a neutral sig. This could be it. Oh,
I love that. We were talking about that earlier.
He
did. The down air to be able to recover. I love being able to see that. Even if you're unarmed or you have the weapon, toss the weapon away, down air to the stage, you get your jumps back in that clash. That is DBZ right there. DBZ. That's what I'm talking about. MagmaBob picks up that sword and gets nared immediately. Burnt Pan's got him so low, but MagmaBob doesn't want to die. He jumps up to the center, the recovery hits. Burnt Pan takes the first lead of this game, but it's been so close, I wouldn't be surprised to see MagmaBob just end this with a stomp, Sarah, and hammer.
Yeah, the sooner that MagmaBob gets a kill, the better. Every little hit that Burnt Pan gets right now puts him that much further in the lead. And he's doing it. He's racking up the damage. This is exactly what he needs to get the win against MagmaBob. Again.
What? Okay, slight nair dare.
What?
That kind of a thing that originated in you, but Burnt Pan still making it work. Being able to use that axe to full effect because he's making these strings look like guitars, but the thing is that they're not. They do so much more damage than guitars. MagmaBob evens that up. But he's orange.
Yeah, those strings from Burnt Pan on axe really racked up some damage on the MagmaBob. But I wouldn't put it past MagmaBob to bring this back right now. He's definitely got the skills to pay the bills in this department.
And that's what we're talking about. Nair into recovery. That is so much damage that's coming out. I know recovery's damage has been nerfed a little bit, but it's still such a great move. Bringing people into kill percent. I like that weapon toss. And Burnt Pan, he didn't go off for a greedy ground pound right afterwards. That ground pound was a little greedy, but he doesn't get punished for it. And then now he's got that axe. Oh gosh, a Sair, anything. I'm so terrified, but he used his signature for the first time, and MagmaBob actually punished. And
he caught him with the neutral slick. That was amazing.
This could be
it. Get the gift right here. Oh, that was so close.
The weak hit of the sword. Recovery comes in. Burnt Pan tries to go in for that. Oh no! He jumped into the flame. We can talk a little bit about that afterwards. He tries to go for a dare recovery. Nair comes out. Or neutral light. Both players at kill percent. This is so close.
Burnt Pan. So close. Oh, they're both in the deep red. One good hit from anybody will get the kill right now.
Dive kick. That's so risky. MagmaBob went for a side light. He goes for that neutral light. Toss the weapon. What is he doing? No, that's so risky.
Almost punished it to avoid the Nair. This could be it.
I love that Nair spacing there. Goes over the neutral light. And the neutral light's nearly killing unarmed here. Has the guitars.
Imagine them being any redder than they are right now.
That Nair might kill up the top. And there it is.
MagmaBob secures the kill with a downlight side air. Amazing play from both players. Oh my goodness, unbelievable.
I couldn't have asked for a better game.
That was a nail.
That was fantastic. I want to talk a little bit about that down sig from Ragnar, right? It's a very unique mechanic. I think the only character that has a mechanic like that is Olgrim, where most characters, when they charge their signature, the hitbox isn't out, but it makes the signature a little bit stronger, right? But with Ragnar, when he charges that signature, the hitbox just lasts, and it's kind of like the starter up to the move.
Correct. There are hitboxes during the charge. That's a very unique property of any signature. There is only one other signature that does it, and it's on the mighty Olgrim.
The mighty Olgrim, indeed. We're not going to see the Olgrim in this match, though. We're going back to Man of Fortune. They didn't even take that much time. I'm so excited to see how this goes. Burnt Pan, angry, just hitting him with fists. It's like, you know what? I know weapons are there, but I kind of just want to punch you in the face right now. MagmaBob tosses that sword aside, and now he's hitting him with a hammer. Ooh.
This is a close one. MagmaBob, nice pivot, neutral light.
Pivoting is so nice in this game. I absolutely love that as an option, and being able to pivot off of dodges as well.
And ever since the chain dodge, pivoting has become such a huge thing.
Yes. Normally, you can say before, right, you can only dodge once in a row.
Right.
So when somebody dodged in, you could like dodge in place, react to that move. But now somebody can double chain dodge, right, behind you and pivot you and hit you with a downlight Sair to get the KO. You have to be thinking about these things all the time. It's such an improvement to aggressive play.
It's a quick mix-up.
Yes.
It's a quick, you can stop short, get the kill on the front. Oh, wow, Burnt Pan with a relatively early kill compared to what we've been seeing in the past. If he could hold on to his stocks like he did with his last stock of the previous round, he'll easily take this game.
Right, and MagmaBob, he's got to worry about the opposite. The last match, Burnt Pan held onto that stock for so long, he doesn't have a stock. It's not even stocks to be able to worry about that right now. Burnt Pan is just carrying him around with guitars right now. He hasn't even bothered to use the axe. MagmaBob, nice Nair. Very good Nair.
He got it. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a good position that he couldn't hope for much more than that.
I mean, better than being in red.
He's very light orange. You know, he will be able to combo and get some strings and rack up this damage unless Burnt Pan.
Ooh.
Oh, that down sig. Now he's trying to land that down sig off the corner. We've been seeing him do it a couple times. That's a huge move. It knocks you in the perfect trajectory for either a gimp or just a straight kill. You can kill somebody at yellow with that if you hit him in the right spot.
Specifically for edge guarding. That's not something you normally see used on stage. It's always used in the air, but ooh.
MagmaBob just barely survives.
Tries to go for another recovery kill. I think another guitar recovery will kill MagmaBob regardless of wherever he is. He tries to go in for that side air. MagmaBob lands right into a neutral light, but he doesn't care. He gets to get that Nair on the sword. Down air, dodges all the way of that side sig, but the second side sig.
He was expecting Burnt Pan to dodge through the other side. That's what I was talking about, the mix-ups of the chain dodges. He was expecting a chain dodge. Burnt Pan instead did not go for the chain dodge this time. I would argue that he conditioned MagmaBob to do that because he's been dodging through the whole time. Dodging through is a great move to do on Ragnar because of his long distance side sig on guitars.
And just with guitars and axe in general, you can dodge through, pivot, neutral light, things like that. We're seeing Burnt Pan, it's the perfect definition of a mix-up. and it succeeded as he just side-zigged back and forth and he got the KO. And now MagmaBob struggling at this KO. He gets the clash, the neutral light hits, and nearly KOs off the top. MagmaBob gets that nair or recovery. The Sair doesn't hit. The dive kick stops him, and Burnt Pan, he kicks him out of the way. He gets the X. Pivot Sair does not land, but this is looking really bad for MagmaBob. Burnt Pan wants to take this to a game 3.
Once again, MagmaBob at orange health and a stock behind. He's not going to have much time to come back from it this time, and Burnt Pan is really bringing the pain now. Oh, that dude. Okay. MagmaBob's at deep orange now. I know he's got what it takes to come back from this, but Burnt Pan has been showing such a strong, amazing gameplay right now that this could be it.
This could very well be it. Burnt Pan goes in for that pivot Sair, sends him off stage, goes for the weapon toss, the second weapon toss. He's just trying to keep MagmaBob beneath the stage. MagmaBob, though, he doesn't care. He's on. Oh, he dodged right into a Sair.
Will he be
That's
able
got to
to
feel
get the
bad.
gap right here? This is it. MagmaBob goes down. Oh my goodness, 1-1. Burnt Pan ties it up. What a match.
And Burnt Pan feeling real solid with those guitars. All I did was talk about his axe play, but the axe kind of feels like a pocket weapon at this point, based off how much he is just sending MagmaBob flying around with the guitars. That's 3 recovery kills in that match. All the kills were from guitar recoveries.
Oh wow, I didn't notice. You're absolutely right.
And so now we're going to be going on to game 3 here.
So are we on the same stage? I didn't get
this
this time we're going to Thunder
I'm so happy.
Stadium.
I was just talking to TWK before you sent him off the ship that we have not been here. We have not been to Thunder Guard Stadium. And this is such a unique map in the sense that it's kind of got, I call it a fake center stage, because you got that center stage that you can't fight under, but at the same time it's kind of like a hole in King's Pass, right? You can't exactly feel safe there, because if they hit you with a ground pound, you're not just going to be sent up, you're going to be sent to your death.
That's right, and both players have weapons that are extremely punishing in that area. Now hammers are always great from underneath.
Ooh.
Wow,
that was a recovery chase dodge Sair. That's what I just saw.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. He hit him with a recovery. He used the chase dodge that he gained from landing that recovery and canceled it into a side air. It worked perfectly. And MagmaBob's in the red already.
And the thing that's so fascinating about that, I want to highlight that axe recovery does not always hit you in the same direction. He had to react to where that axe recovery hit. So it was kind of like a thing. It's like, okay, it's hitting here. Had to chase dodge down rather than chase dodging up to be able to follow it up. And now Burnt Pan, gets hit with that neutral, but he dodges that dangerous recovery that's been taking out his life here. He needs to find a way to stabilize as he gets hit with a ground pound. Burnt Pan goes for the hard read and succeeds.
That was a hard read. I believe he was MagmaBob was expecting to be for a side air punish, so he was avoiding going onto the wall, and so Burnt Pan took the other option and went for the ground pound, expecting MagmaBob to expect the side air.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. The mind games, the reads, the mix-ups. Burnt Pan has now got his opponent in the same percentage, a stock ahead.
Unbelievable. Amazing play from Burnt Pan right now. He's over a full stock ahead at the moment, and it's really looking like Burnt Pan's going to take this now.
Oh, it's that side 6 sends him flying. He's in the red now. He's going to try to go for this KO. Nice there. He didn't get his jumps.
MagmaBob does not have any jumps left. It's 3 stocks to 1. We're going to see if MagmaBob can bring this back.
I want to see him use the hammer. The sword has not been working out for him at all. Every time he tries to go in for any sort of setup, he's got to either start up with those D-like combos or just switch to that weapon I feel like he's a little bit more comfortable with. And there we go. He starts it out, gets that recovery, but he sends it away. He wants the sword, maybe because he's got Burnt Pan off stage, but the falling Sair doesn't work. Burnt Pan gets inside and he does so much damage. Down air stopped by that Sair, however. MagmaBob has the opportunity to take the stock and maybe even this up.
Unbelievable. Can Burnt Pan get a 3 stock here? Are we about to see the first 3 stock on main stage today?
That's true. We have not seen a single one. What an upset that would be from going to winning game 1 to getting 3 stock game 3.
Such a strong showing in the beginning. Oh, what a mix-up there.
Oh, D-Light Sair.
Step back. That was awesome.
He didn't KO, though. He's going to need to find another D-Light Sair to get this KO. Recovery comes out. MagmaBob's disarmed. Oh, that recovery was so close. Burnt Pan wants this 3 stock. Oh, no. Thunder Guard Stadium.
Oh, no. He took the clash. He went for it. He may have gotten the kill if it landed, but the clash
Talk
got
about
him.
a 50-50.
Oh, no.
I feel like that would have been way more soul-inducing if it was like 1 stock to 1, but instead Burnt Pan, right as I was talking about the beginning of the stage, deceptive center stage.
Absolutely,
down airs him while he thinks he's safe, and he falls to his death. Burnt Pan takes that 2-1. What an exciting set.
Unbelievable play by Burnt Pan, showing some extreme resilience, because that first game, it was extremely close. Now, any ordinary player would be very disheartened after a loss like that, coming so close. And then in the second match, he was a little bit behind in the beginning, and he brought it back. And ever since that point, that was the turning point. He brought it back. He brought it back hard, and he was never losing again after that.
There's 2 ways you can react to that first match, as you said, right? The first one's being disheartened, and the second one is going, all right, I've learned this about my opponent. next match I'm going to apply what I've learned. And that's exactly what I feel like Burnpan did there. As we were talking about it, we were looking at the game too, you noticed particularly that he was kind of conditioning MagmaBob with the dodge patterns, and that's how he got a KO. And then by game 3, it looked like he was completely inside his head.
I believe you're right. I think he absolutely was conditioning MagmaBob, whether he intended to or not. That's just kind of part of fighting games. You do the same thing twice, you know. Are you going to do the same thing a third time? Or, you know, do you expect him to expect your third thing and do something to counter that?
And that's where it all comes into the play styles, right? You can have people that think that far ahead, or you can have people that literally never think like that a moment in their life, and they just kind of go in and play aggressive, and they're like, I don't know what happened, I just killed him. Like that's just that's what they think about. Like there are certain players that I've talked to certain players who are just kind of like, dude, I just do stuff, and then the other ones are telling me specifically about the reason behind each decision and what their follow-up was going to be if this decision hit or missed or whatever it is. It's really unique how many different play styles can succeed in this game.
Personally, I am the I just do stuff kind of guy.
There you go.
But
I feel like a lot
believe
of us are.
Burnpan is playing this very analytically.
Yes. Well, and the biggest evidence for that was the chase dodge Sair after the recovery hit, just because of how many angles an axe recovery can hit you at. I want to talk. I think that's what I want to highlight.
That was
the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That was an amazing play. Yeah. So it was an axe recovery, and because he landed that, he's able to do a chase dodge, this full speed dodge, and land an axe side air after that. Axe side air, that's the perfect move to do against that because it has such a long reach, right? So he used the chase dodge to close the gap and reached all the way over. Now, I know what you're saying. The axe recovery knocks you in many different directions.
You can spike with it. You can heal him off the top. You can send him directly. It's like, and most players are just like, what the heck? Why did that hit me?
Right. It's because it's not like one big circular hitbox. It's like many tiny hitboxes that show up at several times.
Yes.
And depending on where you are in relation to that hitbox is the direction that you fly in. So you're absolutely right. It was like he either predicted it because of the angle that he was coming in at, or he reacted extremely fast. Yeah, and honestly, it could be either. He's a really great player.
Makes or breaks the difference of a good player and an average player. But we're getting ready to move on to our next match. I saw